These are three of Courage the Cowardly Dog, saddest episodes of all time. The third one being Remembrance of Courage Past. This episode opens. While Courage is about to enjoy his empanadas and milk, he sees a missing dog poster on the milk carton. This makes him remember sad memories from when he was a puppy. Back then, his parents took him to the vet after he got hurt, but the evil veterinarian kidnapped them, leaving poor Courage all alone. As Courage thinks about his past, he forgets about his food, which Eustace quickly takes for himself. Muriel notices that Courage seems upset and decides he needs to see a vet. Unfortunately, they end up at the same evil vet's office from Courage's past. When the vet sees Courage, he remembers him and wants to talk to him alone. Courage knows he's in danger and runs away through the hospital. Courage remembers how, as a puppy, he tried to save his parents when the evil vet locked them in a rocket. The vet had caught his parents and was planning to send them into space. In the present, the vet catches Courage in a net and throws him into another rocket. When Muriel and Eustace come looking for Courage, the vet captures them too. Going back to his memories, Courage recalls the terrible day he lost his parents. They were trapped in the rocket, calling for help, but Courage couldn't save them. The evil vet chased him around the launch pad, and with only 30 seconds left before launch, Courage had to hide in a garbage chute. He ended up in an alley where he sadly watched his parents' rocket blast off into space. In the present, with just 40 seconds until launch, the evil vet throws Muriel and Eustace into the rocket. But this time, Courage manages to escape. The vet chases him around the launch pad. Just like in the past, Courage fights back to save his family. He knocks over some tools, making the vet slip and fall. Courage tries to open the rocket door to save Muriel and Eustace, but it's locked tight. With only 30 seconds left, the evil vet tries to grab Courage again, but Courage notices the vet's stethoscope and gets an idea. He screams as loud as he can into it, which hurts the vet's ears and makes him let go. While the vet is dizzy from the loud noise, Courage grabs the rocket door key from his pocket and frees Muriel and Eustace. He quickly throws them into a storage bin to keep them safe. With just 8 seconds left, the vet tries to catch Courage one last time, but Courage hits him with the rocket door and pushes him into his own rocket. Courage runs back to Muriel and Eustace, and they watch as the rocket launches into space with the evil vet inside. Muriel thanks Courage for saving them, though Eustace is still grumpy as usual. The story then shows us what happened after Courage lost his parents. He was all alone in that alley by the launch pad until Muriel found him. She picked up the scared puppy and named him Courage, giving him a new loving home. At the end, Courage and Muriel sit together on their porch, happy to have each other. Eustace is inside, still being his grumpy self and eating his food. Muriel wonders what happened to the mean vet. The story ends by showing us that the evil vet's rocket crashed on a strange planet. There, he finds out his evil plan has failed, and he's surrounded by angry dogs, including Courage's parents. The vet laughs nervously before the dogs attack him off-screen, finally getting payback for his meanness. This story shows us how Courage, even though he's often scared, is brave when it really matters. He couldn't save his parents when he was a puppy, but years later, he was strong enough to save his new family from the same evil vet. It also shows how Muriel's kindness in adopting Courage gave him a second chance at having a loving family. Next up, we have the episode The Mask. One day at the farm, Muriel is collecting eggs in the hen house while Courage takes a peaceful nap outside. Suddenly, a strange woman wearing a mask appears and starts hitting Courage with a wash base, saying, "All dogs are evil." When Muriel comes out, she doesn't notice that Courage is being attacked and thinks they're just playing. She invites the masked woman to stay at their house. During lunch, the masked woman says her name is Kitty. She tells the family about her best friend Bunny, who had a mean boyfriend named Mad Dog. When Bunny tried to leave Mad Dog because he was cruel to her, he caught her and threatened to hurt both Bunny and Kitty if Kitty ever came back. Since then, Kitty has been wandering around, sad that she can't see her friend anymore. When Eustace asks her to take off her mask, Kitty gets angry, breaks her plates, and says again how much she hates dogs. Throughout the day, Kitty keeps attacking Courage when no one else is around, once while he's watching TV, and again when he's fixing the toilet. At dinner, Eustace mentions Kitty's mask again, noticing she can't eat or drink with it on. Kitty says she wears it because she can't deal with real life. When Muriel says everyone has to face reality someday, Kitty points out their own problems, like how Muriel eats too many sweets at night, and how Eustace is really bad at fixing things. Muriel sets up a room for Kitty in the attic. That night, Courage spies on Kitty and sees her holding a toy mouse that Bunny gave her. When Kitty takes off her mask, Courage is shocked to see she's actually a cat. He gets scared and thinks the mask is evil. He tries to tell Muriel and Eustace, but they don't believe him. To protect them, Courage locks everyone in their rooms and takes Kitty's toy mouse to show the police. Courage drives to a diner where Charlie the Mouse tells him that Mad Dog is keeping Bunny locked up in his apartment. Meanwhile, back at the farm, everyone tries to get out of their locked rooms. Muriel and Eustace argue about what Kitty said at dinner. Eustace almost blows up the door with explosives before Muriel gives him a hairpin to unlock it. Kitty climbs out her window to look for her toy mouse, knowing Courage took it. Courage finds Bunny, who's scared of him at first because he's a dog. But when she sees her gift to Kitty, she trusts him. Courage helps her escape from Mad Dog, and they end up in a wild chase. To save Bunny from getting hit by a train, Courage jumps into Mad Dog's car but accidentally drives onto the train tracks. Mad Dog gets hit by the train, but survives, and Courage is safe too. Back at the farm, Muriel and Eustace have stopped fighting. Courage and Bunny hear Kitty calling out for her friend, and they all meet at the back of the train. Kitty and Bunny are so happy to be together again, and they thank Courage for his help. Kitty finally realizes that not all dogs are bad after all. The next morning, Courage comes home to Muriel, who tells him that Eustace is now using Kitty's mask to protect himself while doing dangerous repair jobs. The episode ends with Eustace trying to fix the furnace and asking Muriel for a hairpin to help him, just like before. This story shows how Courage, even though he was treated badly by Kitty, still helped reunite her with her friend. It teaches us that we shouldn't judge all people or dogs based on one bad experience, and that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is help someone who hasn't been nice to us. And finally, the saddest episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog has to be the last of the Star Makers. Out in space, two special creatures called Star Makers are floating together. They look like giant squids and can make stars. The female Star Maker is carrying their colorful eggs, their unborn babies. Suddenly, a huge space whale attacks them. The male Star Maker fights it off so his mate can escape with their eggs. As they say goodbye with tears in their eyes, he explodes into thousands of beautiful stars. The female Star Maker, carrying her eggs, flies to Earth and lands near the Bag farmhouse. Courage sees this while getting the morning newspaper. He tries to tell Eustace, but as usual, Eustace ignores him. When Courage shows Muriel, she sees the giant squid. At first, Courage is scared, but he starts to like the Star Maker when she makes a pretty sparkly star for him. Eustace comes out and gets mad about the ugly slug on his property. Muriel defends the Star Maker, especially since she's carrying eggs. When Muriel asks where she came from, the Star Maker points to the sky. Courage shows Muriel the star, and they understand she's from space. As soon as Eustace hears this might be worth something, he runs off to make a phone call. The Star Maker shows Muriel and Courage more of her star-making powers, and sadly tells them she's now the last of her kind. Soon, 3 military trucks arrive from the secret department of space squids. Their general gives Eustace $1 million for telling them about the Star Maker. When Muriel refuses to let them take the squid, the general has his agents arrest her. The trucks transform into a research lab where they separate the mother Star Maker from her eggs. The general goes away to get his ears cleaned, leaving 2 scientists in charge. Courage wants to help Muriel, but she tells him to save the mother Star Maker instead. The mother is getting weaker, and if she doesn't get her eggs back soon, they won't hatch, and all the Star Makers will die out forever. Courage digs a tunnel into the lab, gets past the guards, and frees the eggs from their glass tank. While trying to get to the mother Star Maker's lab, 3 agents surround Courage. He thinks quickly and jumps into a tank of special space squid liquid that's connected to the mother. When one of the scientists notices a problem in the pipe and blocks it, the tube explodes. The eggs go flying, but Courage catches them all and brings them to their mother. She keeps her eggs warm, while Courage holds off the scientists. Finally, the eggs hatch. The baby squids float up into the sky, breaking the lab apart. In the night sky, they form a new group of stars shaped like star makers, showing that they'll live on and keep making stars like their parents did. The mother star maker crawls onto the ground and peacefully dies, knowing she's saved her babies. Courage and Muriel watch in amazement as beautiful flowers grow where she died. Muriel understands that star makers create life both in space with stars and on Earth with flowers. The general comes back, now working for the secret department of military cover-ups. He asks Muriel and Courage to keep quiet about what happened, and they agree. He lets Muriel go and packs up the trucks. Then he tells them that Eustace's $1 million was actually rocket fuel. Eustace gets launched into space and explodes into stars shaped like his face, yelling, "You stupid dog!" One last time. This story shows us how a mother's love can save the future of her whole family, and how sometimes the most beautiful endings come from sad goodbyes. It also teaches us that helping others, like Courage did, can make wonderful things happen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more sad episodes like this. Comment below what show you want next, and check out the Powerpuff Girls Saddest episode on my channel.